Let's return to our special coverage of Nigeria's 2023 presidential inauguration. So a crucial day in Nigeria's quest for democracy, crucial because it's a day that's given the ruling APC party, which has governed Nigeria for the past 8 years, a chance to rule, or as they say, govern for at least another 4.
And that is, of course, contingent upon the outcome of the legal challenges against that victory at the polls. So the same APC party, but different leaders. And the question now is whether it's the end of an era and whether the new president, Bola Tinubu, will take this country in a different direction.
Well, we're joined now in the studio for more on that by Sunny Sylvester Moniedafe, who was an aspirant for the Deputy National Chairman North in the ruling All Progressives Congress. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.
For joining us. You must be feeling pretty satisfied this evening.
Very. But before I go further, let me just extend my condolences to the families of late Raymond Dokpesi, AIT family, Bamaga Tukur family. We first met him in Gongola State 40 years ago, 83. He came as chief of staff to Bamaga Tukur. It was a strange thing, and a man coming to become chief of staff. May he so rest in peace. Secondly, Bola Tinubu the president just appointed Dele Alakit as a spokesman this evening. I'm not here to speak for the party. I'm speaking as an analyst. Everything I say should not be construed to mean that Tinubu is saying it. But yes, APC is happy. And I want to think that Nigerians also should be happy because you have gotten somebody who has got the experience to make a difference. I say that because I was in ACD 2006, February. We merged with AD in 2006, June 12, Kaduna. Then from there we became AC, ACN, and then I'm in APC now, Progressives. Bola Tinubu has been there from the beginning. And I want to assure Nigerians that they are in for a good ride.
Interesting. You know, some analysts would say that one thing has been constant when it comes to the APC is how to manage success or how to manage victory. We saw former President Muhammadu Buhari taking so long a time to appoint his cabinet, and then in the twilight of his administration, you know, he just kept appointing and appointing. Up until late last night, there were still appointments being made. For President Bola Tinubu, we had Dakuku Pitiside, who's also a member of a party that just left the seat you are on now. And he did say he should not make the mistake of appointing people for political, how did he put it, for political reward. Do you agree with him?
I didn't hear him speak.
Well, she just told you what she said.
Maybe language, just a word can change everything. Now for political reward or whatever, I want to believe that Bola Tinubu will not be the same as President Buhari. President Buhari came with a different manifesto and a mindset altogether. For him, he said, whether you are PDP or APC, so long as you're not corrupt, he will use you. And that was where APC went through a lot of problems because people that did not have what it took to run the manifesto of the party were left or appointed to positions. Now, are the appointments coming late? I will not say much because I'm not close to Bola Tinubu, but I want to believe that he knows what to do. The other things happening that I am shocked at, the appointments coming late, and you wonder, where were they all this while? Why couldn't they appoint them? But I will not say anything. I believe that the president right now knows what to do and he will do the right thing. I won't speak on...
Right. Well, I mean, you've spoken in fairly broad terms. As you look into Nigeria's immediate future, because that's what concerns a lot of people, what specifically would you say gives you cause for optimism coming on the back of an administration that many believe left this country poorer, less secure, and more in debt than it was 8 years ago?
Well, I want to disagree with you on the issue of poorer and less secure.
Well, we don't want to get into an argument about that.
No.
I want you to look forward.
Sorry. Yeah. You see, you made a statement. If I don't comment on it...
Yeah, please go ahead.
Because truly, for the first time in our history, why the president came and said he will continue with the legacy, with the policy of the former government. He did it. Now he's talking about security. When President Buhari came on board, I'm from Adamawa State. From the name, my sounds from Adamawa State. And I know that about 20 local governments were under the control of Boko Haram, hoisting their flags. It no longer happened.
Right.
It's gone. About being indebted. the most indebted country in the world is America. They are in their debt in their trillions. The important thing is, do you have the will to pay back? I think President Buhari did his best, and Tinubu now will continue from there. He will ensure, he's an economist, he will ensure that everything borrowed is properly utilized. I don't want Nigerians to be in a hurry, to start judging. It started happening already. Sorry to say that. I was on AIT sometime ago, and I said, look, don't transfer the feelings you have about President Buhari on President Bola Tinubu. He's a different person. He's an economist. He did it in Lagos without sounding too whatever. Everybody mentioned Lagos. 8 years in Lagos, he transformed Lagos. His policies are still playing out there. He has many mentees that he can point at who are in places. So I want to believe that President Tinubu will be totally different. What happened has happened. Debt, I think if we utilize the debt properly and then we are willing to pay back, there shouldn't be a problem. There should not be.
Well, the government agency did say that 63% of persons in Nigeria are multidimensionally poor. So there are more poor people than we had in 2015, and that's 133 million people according to that statistic. So it's not us saying that. The government agency did say that, even if you want to argue with that. But I want to go back to the cabinet because it's very important to hit the ground running. Will the party, can you tell us if your party will be playing a role in who becomes a part of President Tinubu's cabinet?
It depends on the president on that. The party should have, but the way things are now, let's give it to the president to know what to do. Most importantly is that I want to believe that he must have gotten everything ready. But one thing I want to advise is that they should play back the tape that was recorded during the Uhuru Kenyatta speech at the conference center. It was beautiful. Because we're in a country where we think about religion, about tribe, what have you. Justifiably so. Why do I say so? Without sounding, I trying to praise myself. From my name, Moniedafe. Orobo name. But I'm from Adamawa State. So if you want to take what Uhuru Kenyatta said, which also Matthew Kuka reiterated, let's make sure we have people from everywhere that can, once they come, even their appointments, will calm the nerves of the whole country. That's the way to start, because truly, right now people are very upset. Rightly or wrongly upset. Now many people are here on TV, read every day, they just talk, and I'm like, look guys, calm down. Of all people, of all countries, Nigeria, backward in that aspect. People believed yesterday that President Buhari was a clone from Sudan. Come on. Now the same thing is happening with Tinubu, and I ask them one thing, are you God? God gives, God takes. If you claim that Tinubu is not well, who is well at our age? Just calm down, do your own thing, and let him do his own thing. But let me tell you one thing, President Tinubu will come and shock Nigerians pleasantly because he knows what to do. He has done it in the past. He has created mentees who are still all over the place, and he will not change. I believe he will not change. But some things must be done, and we have to keep repeating it. Do the right things because many people are upset right now, rightly or wrongly. I said it before, let me say it now. The APC with our mistakes created the Peter Obi because we saw things happening. We did not act on time. Now look at Peter Obi coming out. Because of sentiments. Who would have ever thought PDP would make an impact in Yobe State, presidential elections, Borno State, Adamawa, all over the place? Because of that anger. Okay, you do this, we'll get angry and we'll act how do we want. Having said that, it wasn't here. I defended the Muslim ticket because that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Religion doesn't matter. I speak to you now, my two brothers are Muslims. I'm a Christian. Jacobov Jamaica, are you my turban? People see me, have you become Muslim? I said, I'm not. I am trying to take the gospel of Jesus Christ when he said, take the gospel to Judea, Samaria, and the rest of the world. My turban is the rest of the world. Let's make people feel that they belong. We must think outside the box. I keep repeating that. So if President Tinubu does that, and I'm sure he will, you see the difference.
Yeah, well, you made some very interesting points there. I suppose the bottom line is, what can Nigerians hope for beyond just speaking in very broad general terms? Can they, for example, hope for a leader who doesn't break the rules, doesn't bend the law, avoids sort of dubious, charlatans, and employs those with professional capacity, not those who come on the job, as we heard recently, to do their apprenticeship?
Well, that last part got me off. Well, I wouldn't say much because President Buhari came and did his best, and he made an impact on the country. And I want to believe that the people he appointed, those comments they made were truly not expected. Let's be very honest. My brother from Delta State, Keyamo, making a comment about Minister of State. When you were Minister of State for many years, it was wrong. But these are human beings. Make mistakes, we follow it and just let it go. Adamo was saying that he never knew about education. Too bad. Now, I expect the current president not to make those mistakes again. Appoint people who are willing, who are ready, who are committed, who have things to offer to the country. And I want to assure Nigerians, I'm saying it here, I don't speak for the president, but knowing from my ACN days, I know President Tinubu will do the right things. I want to appeal to journalists to please calm down. They say, I'll be that song. Calm down, you will see the difference.
What are some of the other mistakes that you think that President Tinubu should avoid?
I said it on so many stations.
We've got about a minute and a half.
Okay. I said it that the President Buhari made 3 mistakes. One, he said he was not interested in who becomes leader of the Senate or Reps. Big mistake. You must be involved. Number 2, he didn't appoint ministers on time. Number 3, he said, whether you're APC or PDP, it doesn't matter. So long as you're not corrupt, he will use you. Those 3 mistakes, I don't expect President Tinubu to make them. You must be involved when he becomes the Senate President and the Speaker of Reps. You must be involved. You must make sure your cabinet is out in no time. By the time the National Assembly is inaugurated, 2 weeks' time, 13th or so, I expect to have the list over there. Quickly we'll get it done. And then I'm sorry to disappoint people who are saying that we should have a government of national unity. With due respect, if you have people from outside and the APC fails, they will laugh at us. So have people in APC who know what APC means and who will carry the battle, carry it on, and make sure it's implemented. We've seen it in the past. Obasanjo brought in late Waziri from Adamawa State, from AMPP to become, and in no time he became a PDP man. We will not allow that. We should not allow that. Appoint people from APC who have the dream, who know what to do, and they will do it. Who are committed to the party, who have not been out of the party.
Well,
never.
There goes that call for a government of...
let's debunk it.
Yeah.
Be honest, let's debunk it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much indeed. Sonny Sylvester Moniedafe was an aspirant for the Deputy National Chairman North in the ruling All Progressives Congress.
And the Jacobov Jamaica.
Okay.
And that too. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.